So here we are in Sunnybrow. I'm just going to... sorry, what's your name again?
Ash.
Ash. I'm going to ask Ash what the crack is with this, and he's going to explain to us how this all came about in the first place. And something to do with the figures being wrong, 2 sets of figures and things like that. Off you go, Ash, mate.
So what happened was, Graham and Glynis, the family that live here, Graham's ex-Durham Light Infantry. Glynis is also served the community by being a carer for 17 years. They both served and looked after some of the worst children in the country who were an alternative to prison. Glynis's husband passed away, and he owned a gym. She got with Graham, and Graham was going to buy the gym, and they got a loan on the house to buy the gym.
Remortgage the house and something, yeah.
But there was no affordability study. So what they've done is this mortgage company have overcommitted this couple. Now they fiddled the figures, they adjusted the figures so they would qualify for the loan. Some 18 months later...
So who did the figures?
It was a company called Beacon Home Loans, were the original mortgagee. It got transferred on the same day as completion over to Redstone Mortgages.
Right.
So we've got 2 companies who failed in their duty of care to check the calculations on the maths, basic maths, for basic qualification for a loan. You know, somebody's job is to do that.
Yeah.
And 2 people have failed in their duty to do that. Some 18 months later, Redstone Mortgages claimed to have noticed this mistake and contacted Graham and Glynis to say that the mortgage would increase because the calculation was so wrong, and the payments would increase, but they wouldn't charge them for any backdated money as it was their fault.
Yeah, right.
So the mortgage nearly doubled. What's going on though is the international LIBOR scandal is hit about the same time. Now this letter that Redstone sent out about this mistake has never been seen by Graham and Glynis. The first time it was seen by them was in September, when I brought it to their attention from notes in their file.
Right.
They've never received that postal letter. They were actually in conversation with the mortgage company at the time, talking about £40 bills for insurance. So something that actually doubled their mortgage payment, you could assume that they would talk to the mortgage company about.
Yeah.
As they were in conversation with them at the time. So Glynis has heard some negative rumours over, you know, the Paula Campbell case when the Redstone Mortgage Company stole that farm. Yeah,
it was up the road, wasn't it? Not far away, yeah.
So because of that, Glynis has wrote in a letter.
That turned out all to do with the wind turbines, wasn't it? And
that's correct.
Trying to get a licence for this.
That one up there.
That one there? That's the one that was put up?
That's the one that was put up without any licence, sub judice by government, by Durham Council. So what's happened is basically Glynis has wrote a letter to Redstone Mortgages to sort of inquire. It's a sort of a legal letter asking about the legal status of a mortgage.
Yeah.
Their reply the next day was to issue a repossession against the property.
Oh, fair now. That's a bit heavy going, isn't it?
They did it under something because the mannerisms of the letter, they did it under something called non-engagement, you know, because they considered that letter as a non-engagement, you know, like as somebody who they couldn't do business with, was refusing to cooperate. So because she made a request, it was non-cooperation.
So they've acted illegally themselves then, right to start with. They've used any excuse they can in order to repossess the house and get out of their own mistakes.
Yes.
By not doing the sums right.
They've also sent us 2 copies of figures that are completely different to each other. They've sent us documents stating that they were signed by Glynis. They don't look like they're signed by Glynis. They sent us documents saying it was a photocopy of the mortgage deed. The mortgage deed's about a year big. They say that they've slimmed this mortgage deed down to fit on the A4 using a photocopier. But the signatures are normal size. So, for some reason, they've made the signatures normal size, but the document's been made small down. It doesn't bear sense. It looks like a fraudulent document to me because it bears no resemblance to anything truthful. You know, you've got a document that's been shrunk down and a clear signature that's in normal size. That's supposed to be on that same document. So
on the original document.
It just doesn't make sense. Then basically what's happened this morning is you've had a guy called Sergeant Phillips acting with Durham Constabulary. He came with partial uniform on, so he was acting as a policy officer.
Right.
He's forced entry into the home along with around about 30 bailiffs who came in 2 vans. They then proceeded to violently force Graham and Glynis from the home, and they've used physical force throughout the day and constant threats. They've even, Chad Evans, who was stood in front of her door with me, was pushed by a bailiff. So obviously Chad being the same sort of size, he pushed back a bit, and Chad was arrested, taken out of the area and told not to de-arrested and told to not come back.
So he's on his way. Did he get put on an ASBO or anything?
No
like
paperwork whatsoever. He's on his way back.
Oh,
he's just been given an order by a policy officer. He's refusing to obey that order. They want to arrest him. Let's sort that out in court.
Yeah.
So I've tried to be arrested myself all day today. I've been abusive to the police. I've been threatening. I've been swearing left, right and centre, basically calling them cunts and pigs to their faces. Although I believe some of them are fantastic people, they're good men, you know, and they've been, I think a lot of these policemen who are here today have been lied to, been given false information, and now when they're confronted with these facts, some of them you can see the embarrassment in their faces.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
So we have got some decent police out there, thank God. But the trouble is, they're not the ones in charge.
Right, well, that's it, innit? But you know, it's like I was saying to some of the coppers, man. They need to go home tonight, you know, when they're in their own time and look it up for themselves.
I hope they do.
And find out
God bless them, you know, because they do such a dangerous job. You know, and as I say, you know, like this constable standing there now. And we've offered to make sure, I said I'll go to the shop for water and things like that, because they're stood in black. It's a very hot day, as you can see. I've got no shirt on. It's a really hot day. We don't want any harm coming to these men or women. We care for them. We care for any honest constable.
Yeah, it's the kind of attitude we need towards them, innit, at the end of the day,
And he has somebody coming for to board up the thing again, I think.
Here they are again.
Anyway, thank you very much.
Hey, thank you very much for that little interview, man. Give everybody a bit of an understanding about what's going down then, and sort of things to expect.
We must challenge authority, we must ask why. And if we can't get a clear, concise why, you know that it's a lie. You must challenge things. You know what's right in your belly. Just do right. Don't do wrong. Don't harm anybody. Don't cause anybody any loss. And look after each other.
Good man. Well done, mate. Easy life, man.
Good luck to you, right?
Alright, buddy. Nice one, mate.